Welcome back to the Journal Audit tutorial series. An audit is only as strong as the sources behind it, and the Sources section is where every piece of evidence is listed in the open. Module 04 reads the 11 policy pages discovered automatically from the journal site, then walks through preparing the article data before any check is run. We also see how to correct a wrong page address without rerunning the entire pipeline. Let us reopen the EDUCIA Journal Audit, then move into the Sources section. Click the EDUCIA entry in the Saved Audits list. The report loads from the stored computation. On the Audit Results sidebar, choose the second section, Sources and Upload. The Sources section shows where each figure came from, so every audit finding can be traced back. The first card, Journal Page Sources, lists 11 policy pages the machine read from the EDUCIA site. The editorial board row feeds the endogamy analysis. That is where the journal's officers' names are read. The peer review row feeds publishing. That is where each element of the review policy is checked one by one. Publication ethics, plagiarism, complaints, and corrections all flow into the integrity risk section. Article charges, licensing, open access, archiving, and indexing underpin the visibility section. An automatic badge means the machine found the address itself. Manual means you set it yourself. A not yet found row does not mean the policy is absent. Its address may simply be unreadable. That is why manual correction exists. Click the pencil button on the editorial board row. An address box opens beneath that row. Its content must begin with HTTP or HTTPS. Once saved, only that page is reread. The whole audit pipeline is not run again. We close the box again without changing anything, since EDUCIA's address is already correct. The next card, Prepare Article Data, handles the audit's main material, the journal's article list. The Next Step panel points the way. Open records, tick 1 to 10 articles, then choose a single action. The 10 article cap is not a technical limit, but a control on quality and on the cost of data calls. The 3-step diagram below sums up the cycle. Select articles, run one action, then review the result. Reviewing results is the most skipped step, yet that is where an audit turns into an editorial decision. The Data Source Settings block is normally collapsed. We open it to see the two tools inside. The first tool repulls EDUCIA's article list from OpenAlex for the year range you defined. The button asks for confirmation first, because the pipeline is rebuilt from scratch once new data arrives. Syncing helps when recent articles are missing or when an article was corrected at its source. The second tool is optional, uploading the publisher's OJS export as XML, CSV, or JSON. A publisher export helps because it carries metadata no public source ever exposes. The attached publisher files list lists records each upload, along with its record count and internal duplicates. The closing note on this card states the most important principle in the whole application. Automatic data only fills empty fields. Metadata you have corrected is never overwritten. The sources are clear and correctable. Next, we select articles and run the checks on them. It is now clear where every audit figure comes from, the journal's policy pages, the OpenAlex article list, and the publisher's export when one exists. Every source can be corrected, and your corrections are never overwritten by automatic data. The next module enters records to select articles and run the checks themselves. See you there.